Boots on the ground as we get ready for ESL 1 Cologne 2020, and it's a big start. Crim's starting to open up map 2 with some bloodshed, duking it out with Heroic over on short. Yes, we're coming straight into this. I'm sorry for the low warning. These guys were ready to get it going, and so are we. I say we, myself at the desk with Pansy and Sponge to be the voices of this game. We do see early action and early damage for Borup. I can't help but feel he's kind of signed a death sentence with that choice.
Oh, well, that's a little bit of saving grace maybe there. And you know what, Chad, we're going to give you a lot of time here because your normal spiel hasn't had time for it.
Well, Rush just beat me to it. I was about to say, quick, look at Brolin. But Rush, we're connected. He's cottoned on to that one right there.
Combination.
Ha, 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 ha. So with all this space that Brolin's taken early, Stown, I don't know if he's aware.
Not at all. Not at all. You're right, Chad. That was such a great catch because he saw Stown jump for info, but he'd already tucked it on the half wall. Now look what that's done to the Fnatic rotate. Sound cues are plenty. Bomb's going to be eventually. Brolin alone. Someone has to acknowledge this. Someone has to make sure that the bank flank isn't open. That's Nico's job now.
It's a nice little reset there for the CTs. Well, there it is. Threat eliminated. You can evacuate that site, and now the T's have to go. You've got 25 seconds. Good work towards Tessus. Borup's one who was low earlier, gets checked on, gets put down, and it's game on for the T's. They've won the site. They get the plant, and Nico and Cadian have to play this back in, but they're a little worse for wear, but Golden falling might be the golden ticket for the CT side.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where Willy Wonka is right now, but he's certainly up for the task.
On TikTok, if you're young enough.
Way over my head, that one.
Tic Tacs?
Yeah.
That's the one.
You know, they say no sugar, but they're almost entirely sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Nico has the kit. Why is he not the one with the bomb right now?
Just a fake, Chad, to try and give Nico the fight. He was so precise onto the first two, but just couldn't quite convert. And now Fnatic have converted there. Pistol round start. Cadian had the kit, but no health left.
Okay, so we can catch everybody up to speed right now. The reason that Fnatic would be picking this map, it is their best map.
That's nice.
That's always a good reason to be picking it. And for Heroic, they've only played it twice with this roster, and that's both within recent history. 1 win, 1 loss. The loss, I do believe, was against Big. So when you keep all those tidbits in mind, you can understand why Fnatic would be wanting to pick into this one right here. Now, this series, if this trends in the way I think it will within the first, I don't know, let's say 6 or 7 rounds.
Okay.
You probably get a third written all over it. But in the 2 games that Heroic have played on it, they played against Big, it was a 16-11 loss, and they played against Complexity, it was a 19-15 victory. That little bit of a sample size, and the good start there from Cadian with a trade onto JW. Maybe their counter-strategy might pay off here.
Oh, no. Oh, he gets the rifle test. This is no slouch. Golden neither. The aggression of that monster pipe, he's right to spray. Borup was considering it. And it's a very vital part of the map to maintain, especially considering the game plan here from Fnatic. A re-smoke all the way from CT spawn. Now you can see that he's well and truly cognizant of what is required of him.
Well, that's quite fun, isn't it? How deadly these pistols seem to get sometimes. A couple of picks and its threats are plenty. And the T-side are just holding. They have paused. They do have smokes and mollies to play with, so they can run the clock down. Maybe not Na'Vi style. It did feel like I got thrown back a couple of years seeing Na'Vi hitting on 20 seconds. Yeah, but here we are. So right place, right time for the CTs. They're all in the correct spot for this. Now, whether or not they know fully, too early to spot out Crims, but Flush has heard it.
Oh, rotation from Cadian here.
That's lucky for Borup to still be alive. He wants to put that deagle in the belly button as they come this corner, but nice clean kills should enable them to plant. It's only the scout on Cadian, already half health, and a missed shot. He won't get many more chances to pull the trigger without resistance. Flashes, bullets, all thrown his way. Couple of misses, gaps closed, and he will be eliminated. Puts the second on the board, Fnatic convert, and we'll be seeing Heroic probably go for the full eco into the third.
Yeah, so just one of the keys to Fnatic, especially on a map like Inferno and Overpass as well, is the way that they play mid-rounds. They never seem to be flustered, and somebody always seems to have an idea. I want to take you back, Alex. Remember, there was a clutch situation on Overpass, and it's going to be quite particular. But it was one where it was Crims and Flusher. They planned on the B site, but they did an open plant near the pillar. and they actually went around and boosted and used the boost as the tease to win a round. And it's just that kind of innovation and thinking on their feet that Fnatic do better than most. So here they're going to get an opportunity to melt away the long push. Okay, Tessa's onto Brolin. That was a quick one.
But here's a perfect example as to why Flusher didn't buy a weapon. He would have the intention of picking up that AK, but now, maybe, just maybe, there's more threats to be concerned about. Okay, Dink down and eliminated. They'll be happy to take 2 frags and 2 weapons away from an eco round, and that's exactly what they've managed to get. Crims is even going to have to be throwing his full util set just to recover the bomb safely. So nothing for poor old Flusher. He has gone for the Glock Zeus, a classic combination, into your 3rd round T-buy.
I just want to hear you guys make the impression again.
We can do it without the sound if you want.
No, it's not the same. And it's not the same. I like it to be a...
It has to be relevant.
Organic.
Yeah,
Okay.
organic.
All right. We could just, instead of singing in the car on the way home, we'll just make Zeus noises for you.
I was really enjoying our like emo night way to work because my music taste hasn't evolved in 15 years.
Well, I know that because when we're in green rooms together and, you know, Panic at the Disco comes on, the 3 of us all start singing like
Have a little
idiots.
bop. Have a little bop.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's a good time. We've got to enjoy ourselves.
As we get older, though, Lauren,
Right.
We become the old people.
we're going to, you know, like the emo jams,
Right.
the My Chemical Romance, the Black Parade, the I'm Not
Yeah,
Okays
yeah.
of the world, the Panic at the Discos.
Yeah.
That will be middle-aged people music, and we'll be the, you know, oh, Dad,
it
turn
already
that
is.
off, and it'll be like Panic at the Disco, you know? Like, isn't that strange? Isn't that weird? That was cool people music. That was about...
It wasn't cool back then.
Okay. It was emotional, okay, sad boy music, but it was popular.
Sad
was
boy music
popular.
before sad boy music.
We've got new sad boy music, a new wave.
It's changed. I
Yeah.
like that. It's kind of gone...
Now we
Oh,
just
I'm not gonna say
auto-tune
that.
it.
I'm putting Green Day on the way home, I think.
Oh, I didn't like Green Day that much.
Okay,
if I'm
not putting
honest.
Green Day on.
There's like a couple of songs I liked, but I was never one of the big fans. I had friends who loved them. You know what I mean? Die Hard, never quite there.
So if you're sad and emotional like the 3 of us, tweet the playlist we should be playing on the drive home
Ooh,
today.
Damn,
That's
that's
a
a
cool
good
idea.
idea. I love that.
Recommendations are, ladies and
Just
gentlemen.
be pacey, because I see Molly's flashes a little bit of early attention. It's a
Boost.
heavy lean towards B, and great spot. Nico finds Flush, and suddenly things kind of get a little derailed here.
And straight back, ready for the fight. I'm surprised they hadn't fallen off that boost. And Cadian, he's just lost his head. This could be madness. He needs to shut him down. Borup saves the day for Heroic, and by throwing out his smoke, he can play around that himself. He's getting hunted down by multiple players, multiple angles. J-Dubs eliminates a crucial threat. Went to a 2v2, but Tessus is really precise with that Galil.
Okay, nade comes out. Crim's still doing damage. And I mean, the graffiti on the wall was Fnatic of a different era, different player. But they certainly have an affinity for this map. 1 minute though, Crim's is going to have to really play with their minds here.
And the thing that I hate about Overpass is when you want to be cheeky like Crims has been, he either goes loud and makes it really clear, or he has to walk this whole rotate.
Yeah, but look how much room he's been given, Alex.
True.
They're going on a fact-finding mission over towards B, and guess what? Nobody's home. So taking this space, it's great. They're finding out that he's not here, but meanwhile, he's getting a free bomb site on the other side of the map. But Tessa's continuing forward individually. This is audacious.
Yeah, and that's some gorgeous little camera work to set the scene. Crims will be planting bankside safe, I assume.
He needs to clear this before he can plant because it's the unknown. You have to clear a little bit.
I mean, even if he returns to this, I'm not sure he's going to be anticipating Tessa's so established.
Is Tessus going to be in the open, or is he sitting in? He is sitting in. Okay, I was all worried with the X-ray then if he was actually out and about, but yeah, see how Crims is ready for this or not. And do you know what? It's fair enough to not be ready for that, but nice work from Tessus to hedge the bets. No BM coming out from Heroic. I was waiting for the body shots.
I'll wait till Fnatic wins some rounds, then there'll be spams in the
I mean,
bodies.
Fnatic were for the first 2 rounds.
Teabagging, knifing the bodies. They pick up extra guns. They unload
Classic.
all the ammo. They pick up the next gun. They do it again. If they have enough time, they might even reload, Lauren. But it's all in good fun, isn't it? It's all, oh, okay, look at this. Look at this.
We've got a whole squad with the winning celebrations. Respect.
Now we're talking.
Let's see these boosts. So, you know what, Chad? I've seen the boost underpass and I've seen the boost sandbags. I've not often seen them paired together with 4 players invested to your opening gambit.
Yeah, it looked like Stown was focusing as well towards the connector in case those players were going to get run down and he could assist, but they didn't work that way. They were still able to convert the round, but it's good stuff to see. Heroic do take some calculated risks, like that push from Tessus.
Flusher?
Thought he was going to have more resistance there. It looks like they Short players are playing more passive this round, so he'll take that space and completely nullify that smoke grenade.
Yeah, just to note, we talked about it during the Na'Vi game. Well, Heroic are doing a similar thing, hedging 4 players over towards the B bomb site at the start of the round here to deal with any rushes, any early aggression, and then your early warning signal, which is Cadian with the AWP, perfect. They know the timings. They know that teams aren't just going to gallivant up through bathrooms and long. So as soon as he spots and gets pressure applied, at that point, Heroic can rotate a player back over towards the A site. And there he goes. 2 indeed, and they're staying very quiet about this, so not giving away any audible sound cues in case that territory had to be taken. There's always a chance, especially with Fnatic in the server here, but as you can see, they're just posturing. Now, if they can hold on to their utility for a little bit longer here, Heroic, they'll be able to defend against a late-round Fnatic push and play, because now we're down to 45 seconds left on the clock, and they haven't taken any space over towards bathrooms.
I always find it curious. There's such like an internal clock that ticks of, okay, suddenly I'm uncomfortable with the fact that toilets has been open this long. Let's pull those players back over. And still posting up by long. First shot doesn't quite find its target, but it does give away the game. Makes you feel a little better about where you're standing. And Dessus probably ain't feeling much better about that. The T's are on the way. CT side, 20 seconds. This is late in the day.
Yeah, and Cadian is going to get caught. Great catch from Crims. That's a real way in, a real avenue. It's Tessus. Fully blind, no problem. JW caught in transition. Tessus holds them at bay. And now down to Brawl, and the babyface killer's not got time for this. Not got time for your games, and truly just has not got time. He'll grab the AWP, and he'll get out of there. So Heroic recover. They'll find their second. Thank you, Tessus, and thank you, Fnatic, for running that clock down so damn low. Brawlin, oh, he died after time? $750 in the bank?
Did he have the AWP though? I looked away just checking my stats here.
Oh, you're right. Maybe he threw it away. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking elsewhere. So I don't think he got the kill.
Yeah, I don't think they were close enough. So he would have saved the AWP and probably dropped that for somebody else here. We're getting the tail end of that.
Yeah.
Once again, that nice little water bottle there. Have a nice day. So Tessus seems like a cool dude.
But he's got a live, love, laugh sign above his door.
I was literally going to say the same thing. I want that bottle instead.
I'm pretty sure the sign behind him, take a look next time, says eat, sleep, frag, repeat.
Oh, that's equally as inspired.
Wasn't that...
it was a song.
It was a DJ. I can't remember.
Yeah,
famous
rave,
UK
repeat.
DJ. Yeah.
Eat, sleep, rave, repeat.
People seem to just rip that off and not credit it. It's interesting. What else is interesting is this little push-up. T's not quite having much of a time with it. Rollins trying to make that all find a place, but not to be instantly CT's fallback here.
And he has to get something done with it, right? Alex pointed out exactly why holding on to this AWP and not getting the loss bonus is going to hamper his buy in the following round. So if they can do some damage to the CT-sided economy with this, job done. Winning a round, very difficult. He's not known to be an AWPer.
He's got a good shot at this one, though. Baited in by pistols. I love this setup. We've seen this one work wonderfully many times. Cadian, Tessus, AWPer, M4 tends to have a very, very powerful combination. They can pivot, cover both avenues. Tessus desperately trying to escape, but he's caught in transition, nade in his hand. And that's an M4 for them to recover as well. Don't forget, Brolin, they were trying to set him up over the smoke. He still holds that weapon, but at 20 seconds, Cadian needs one. And he doesn't get any. It's down to Nico. 15 seconds, a frag onto Flusher pretty much does sign the notice, and that's the end. AWP upgrade found, and so is the round. 3-3, Heroic leveling things up with 3 of their own.
So Brolin now only has 3150. So if he wants to go for a Galil, that's possible. He might get dropped across a gun, or he could go for a Tech 9 with armor and a full set of nades. There's the opening. This was just against the pistols. It did get a bit precarious. A few frags going awry right there that didn't necessarily have to. But things are starting to look good for Heroic. So if they're able to tame Fnatic in the way that they want to be approaching these T rounds, especially the gun rounds, which we'll be getting into very, very shortly. Any more pets?
I didn't see any. Very upset.
Okay. So Brolin's been dropped an AK and Golden's taken a UMP. So the sacrifice from the in-game leader, giving his star the rifle. You love to see it.
Cadian's out on an island. That's a banger. He's got a raft to get out. He doesn't mind. Gets away. Gets the perfect start for Heroic.
Yeah, that's definitely going to leave a mark. JW. Nade's looking good. Is there a second where that came from? Yes, there is. Borup. He's just going to throw his full nade set, I imagine, trying to get something before he goes down. And now... Well, they've certainly revealed where two members of Fnatic are. You can't deny that. Spray from Tessus even connecting. The nade will follow. They're doing a great job of keeping Fnatic at bay, or at least not making these trades go unresponded. Unresponded?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a word. Good job, Alex.
Learning the English language.
Step by step, bro. I'll have it by the time I'm 60, I reckon.
I don't think I'll be there.
I just say big words and people think I'm smart. Deep down, no idea what they mean. Just hope they work. Down.
Yeah, unequivocally agree with you there.
Yes. Double stack towards Monster. Can't say Monster. Tessa's kind of keeping a bit of a tab between both. Maybe feeling there's something up here, and they're right to be feeling as such. On that other side of the smoke, two players wait.
Oh, the timing was like 3 seconds off. Now they push, and now they die. Down, Tessus fill the feed. Coming in from short, pre-fire necessary. Down looking like a turret, and Heroic. A clean, open and shut fourth. That's 4 in a row as well. I will remind you, it was Fnatic to pick up the pistol and convert the following 2. So now, Heroic on a 4-round spree.
So as you take note of the CT hold that we're seeing come out here, it is Cadian given a lot of responsibility over to, that was such a huge opening right there, a lot of responsibility over towards that A site. Tessus is the player who's in swing, helping him out when they are playing a 2-man A setup. Then you have the turrets, Stown and Borup, the little aim stars, locking down B. That's what you want. Exactly like Alex was saying, they can just hammer away. And then Nico, as we heard from Golden in the pre-game interview, he plays unorthodox style in certain scenarios. And when you're the rotator, that's what you want to see, pushing through smokes, pushing through mollies, going for these kind of fights that you wouldn't be expecting to unravel the T-side approach.
Wow.
The T-side approach this time round, it's a bunch of Deagles. Golden has gone for the utility, hasn't even upgraded himself into a P250.
I love the fact they fell back so far. I think they either saw the pistols or something, and they just fell the hell away from that. There was no sticking around.
There's a window for that AWP peak for Cadian, where if they have gone close to the wall, he has a tiny window, and Crims has found his. Perhaps into the A site as well. The AWP are gone. Great one deeg to start them off, and they'll throw a smoke a little deep, I think. It's on towards the T stairs. It's not necessarily going to hold anyone at bay. And Nico is filling that gap nicely. Is he really going to whip out the Zoom banger? For a touch of work. There he goes. Well, the M4 for the future wet work he has ahead of him. Cautious and very clean.
The arrival on Tessus on Mom couldn't have been better timed. All there, the right time. And honestly, the first shot was lovely. Cadian going down, AWP suddenly open. You start getting those ideas of what Fnatic could do, but quelled so quickly by Nico.
Okay, well, now Fnatic really need to start getting a move on in some of these gun rounds here. They've done some damage with the save rifles and just the pistols in play. Taking a look, in the last 2 rounds, they were only able to grab 1 kill, and then the previous before that, it was 2. So the money starting to build right now on the Heroic side of things. The only one who's a little bit undervalued is Nico with 1,400 to his name. There's no AWP in play for JW here. Smoke to extinguish the molly. That means playground control will be garnered. Cadian going aggressive. Again, so much responsibility on his shoulders here.
Yeah, he's a lone wolf. Completely isolated from the pack. As I say that, that makes a whole lot more sense. Tessus in pursuit. This will pretty much determine the round here, folks, so keep your eyes locked on this part of the map. You've got 3 members in the bomb. Golden responsible for that. You're always going to have a flash. That's why Tessus finds himself anti. And Cadian's job will be, if he is flashed, pull the trigger, take cover, let Tessus fill the gap. Looks like they're going elsewhere. They're even going long side of toilets. My God. Okay, so Tessus will keep his back safe, and Cadian will take the shot. He misses it, caught in transition, and both of them fall. Fnatic can flood, and the rotate's on as well. Nico, you know he was so influential with the first rotate, but this time it's not pistols he's going up against. He's got the full rifles. Numbers advantage for Fnatic as they start to throw out their nades.
Notice how Nico pushes forward here to give information and allow the rotation for his teammates not to have to focus on the bathroom area of the map. Stown, listening to Nico, is in between rotations right here. He's not going to be there to stop the long push.
He's not there in time.
Oh, God. They still think it's B? They're still considering that. That was a lot of information kind of poured away, and Nico's position is excellent. You said it, you highlighted it, the information it gives, but also the frags it can bring. But Brolin and Flusher are a little bit better at the moment. Bomb can be planted, but Borup, feeling a mile away, does take down Flusher, but also takes a boatload of damage for it.
Yeah, that was almost enough to just force him out of the round, I'm afraid. Can't really contest with such low HP. Good play from Nico, though. I really liked the fact he had that trigger discipline, identified the bomb player, killed the bomb without going down. Definitely had legs, but Fnatic, that's the first round we've seen from them after the initial burst of 3. So they stopped the spree before it gets out of control. It was 5 consecutive rounds from Heroic. And let's just quickly take stock after their 5-round spree. I'm seeing Tessus and Nico largest contributors at 11 frags apiece. And interestingly enough, the other standout is Stown. Now, he's only got 6 frags, but keeping up in the ADR at 66 after that round's conclusion. This is Fnatic's map, worth reminding you. Heroic certainly no slouch. I think there was actually a couple of big oopsies from them in that loss you mentioned, Chad. Not the complexity win. Who did they lose to? Big Clan?
Yeah.
It was in the DreamHack finals, wasn't it? And I remember a lot of people from the analyst circles criticizing Heroic in a sense of an air of choke, an air of overly pressured and not delivering their best on this map. So perhaps there's more.
Yeah, and it's a map that they haven't played a lot in terms of competitive environment. Maybe they've practiced it a lot, we don't know. But in terms of on paper, there's only 2 results. So Fnatic can only look into what we can. And okay, Flusher opens things up. Down on that secondary AWP. Didn't work so well for him last round, but this time we'll find a very nice trade. And that's immediately put Fnatic having to head back over towards A. So they have to deal with this up-close and personal position of Tessus here, being overseen by Cadian.
Nice. I like this little crossfire switch up. It's been long presence before. It didn't work out. Here's a new look. But it does mean no eyes on long, and Fnatic have liked to dabble with it. We'll see. Oh, the run boost, love it. We saw that with, I think, G2, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of those. And now we're seeing a lot of contact. That's a great starter, and it still plays in Tessus.
They know they're going
quick
long.
on the flank.
He will have heard the run boost, and now he can have the fastest flank ever for long. He's even going to spot JW running over. The call should be perfect. I don't think Fnatic are going to believe this, but Nico, he hasn't quite managed to make it over there. This is an open site. It is a bank plant, but Tessus is the loose thread, and he hasn't got it. So much information squandered, and now the spray's not there either. Maybe Stown can find something. Nico does eventually finish off his meal. It's time for dessert. 2v2 retake.
I'm amazed, but I guess the timing wasn't there. JW showing his absolute veteran status. Not going to let this slip. Nico's been doing wonderfully. Not going to have anything this time. Good resurgence there, but the timing on that flank, there was just that clock, I guess, internally, right?
I want to put this more on Cadian. I've been saying he's had so much responsibility over towards that A site on his own. Well, he's had a buddy this time round. They've even found the opening, and he went and picked long. Here's the pick right here from JW onto Cadian. A little bit unlucky. He was dipping away from the flash, but potentially not necessary because he knew long was already given up. That rotation time, they were running. He was running. They get there at the same time, and Cadian going down, that was the problem right there. Tessus's flank, all they had to do was contain. All they had to do was hold them in position. Maybe an overextension right there, not expecting that full commitment, but what this means for Heroic is an eco. So this could be very, very catastrophic going forward. Fnatic now definitely looking to get number 6 on the board, and if they pile anything more on after that, that's a big half.
I love Flusher pulling out the Mag 10. You know that after this util set, he might even find himself in his own smoke. Certainly not out of the realms of possibility. He's got sound cues for days. He just tends to find his own timing. You just heard someone run out of USP bullets, bounding across. 3 players identified. That's info. And it looks like Cadian is going to meet JW's orb, starting to get a bit red hot. That sniper barrel.
The
Just
BM
making
is
sure
juicy.
he's dead.
Double tap in the movie.
We call them love taps now, Lauren. It's not
Love
bad
taps.
manners. It's just it's friendly love taps.
Spreading love.
Okay.
Peace
You
and
love tap your friends often, or is it mostly enemies?
Normally enemies.
I see.
Yeah.
Just trying to find out the kind of vibe to it. Brolin, though, on towards the site. Down is there, and I normally wouldn't be too worried about a USP, but it does outdo the orb. I guess that's a battle you don't really love. But Tessus, the 1v3, a Mac 10, no armor. Oh.
The glass cannon Mac 10, Lauren. Let me tell you about that.
Give me a story here, Alex.
It's a story of odds, and them not being in his favor. And that's pretty much where the story ends, unfortunately. He will walk onto the site. He has got no kit, and he has got 3 armored Ts staring at his one of 2 options. And it's ended with a very nice Glock headshot. Golden does shake his screen and converts for the 6th. This is JW's 2nd as well. That was a lovely adjustment, just keeping his aim warm.
Juicy.
He was very much the largest contributor in that Fnatic frag as well onto Tessus in the round prior, which threw Heroic into that eco.
So there is a clear weakness that has been identified from Fnatic here, and Lauren, you were talking about it before, their affinity with going towards A long. There was the setup with Tessus and Cadian postured forward, one player at the tree looking towards the bathrooms, Cadian scoped up on playground. That crossfire didn't work fantastically. The setup we just saw in the previous gun round, it wasn't too bad, but the timing, maybe a little bit of overcommitment right there, losing them the round. Now here you can
lose
see
up short.
there's no AWP in play for the CTs.
I mean, your entry frag is an AWP on short for the T's.
Meta breakers, Lauren, remember?
my
He's not going to check
Lord.
this. He's not going to check it. Watch JW
JW?
look up. Hello.
Bonk, bye-bye. That is a very curious headache you're going to have.
Yeah, he's going to have trouble explaining that one. Cadian, though, with the alligator patrolling the sewers. Something about Florida. And there actually being alligators in the sewers.
Oh, yeah. They're everywhere.
And they're big boys down there.
They love it.
So this one's going to stall out a little bit. Cadian's repositioned. His feet are going to be spotted here if he's not careful. Can't go wide.
Oh, he gets another.
What does it sound like Left 4 Dead here?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Flush is doing the flashbang dance with Borup, but looks like he should have got the better of him. JW should have him on the cross. A flash and a peek. He's going for it. Borup ahead of it. Wow, Heroic have got some fraggers here. Cadian with the auto shot, he has almost contributed enough. I don't know what Crims can really do about this one. No bomb, no hope, no time. 30 seconds. He'll be walking through Underpass, perhaps even into another $900 kill for Cadian.
It makes me just hear the words pills here. You know what I mean? It's just like Left 4 Dead all over again.
There's a zombie.
And there he goes. Beautiful work, coach. Cadian, 3 kills, and as you said, very valuable kills.
The
at
AWPer
that.
couldn't be better.
You love to see that.
Could not be better. What's 9 times 3, Lauren? Hang on, I've got my fingers. 27. So that's $2,700. Let's see this.
In Valorant, right? There's
Here we go.
And we talk about economy. And Jet, broken agent, really garbo.
Yeah.
But every AWPer uses her. And when they can't afford an AWP, they pick up a shotgun because you can close gaps in that game because it's a bit cheesy. But it does give you a lot of money.
So there is definitely some method in the madness. Look at that. Straight away, Cadian, because of his good fragging, has been able to buy himself his weapon of choice. Now, this does reek of a full BX sec, but I'm only seeing 1, 2 smoke grenades.
But look at Tessus. Look where he's positioned already. Never mind.
Krim says, no, I will not look.
What's down? You're in trouble, aren't you? Good pre-fire. He knows they're everywhere. He just wildly sprays. I think he landed something into J-Dubs. Tessus on the flank as you're right, Chad, but they're already in. That frag onto Borup was the go. The green flag. And now in pursuit of the checkered one. JW low. Knife out. That's important. That does give Heroic a bit of a chance back into this.
Cadian saving already.
Is he really?
Yeah, I'm sorry to spoil the party, but he has dropped all the way back towards long. And that will be the sign for Tessus to get out of dodge as well. So, look, Heroic, they are going for these more audacious CT-sided setups, but a few times it really just hasn't panned out for them. Not being able to lock down there on B and trade out efficiently means the retake is not going to happen. There's no defuse kit on the 2 of these individuals to make it work with. And Fnatic have now jumped up to 7 rounds on the board here. It's not great from Heroic. If they can stay even, if they can grab another round in this half, split the difference, try and get it as close as humanly possible. It's competitive. It's how you need it to be. Will they go for the buy behind these 2 saved guns, though? Yes, they will. Tessus drops across 1, buys himself up another, burrow up onto the Famus. Stown, what are you going to buy, my friend?
How much are the shotguns? Because, I mean, it worked for Cadian.
MP9. So, look, pound for pound, best gun in the game right there.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay. Ooh. So we can expect big things?
If he uses it right.
Oh, okay. Is that not every gun?
Yeah, but I love that caveat. You can't argue with it.
Indisputable.
Sweeping statements. We love them.
Indisputable. Wall bang. Problem for J-Dubs. He's going to be hunted as well. Look at Tessus. The nade not killing him. He gives them enough info that he's gone up the ladder. They can take the space. And just before the flash pops, Tessus does well. Gets his cross in the right direction. We have a 1-man advantage, but they have the sight. Does it matter? No bomb plant.
Oh, Krim's going forward here. Is Cadian going to be ready for this?
I think there must be a timer on this hold from Cadian. He's going to start getting paranoid.
I don't think he is.
Not even considering it.
Really should be.
Yep, that works too. Except
the bomb can go A now.
It really can.
Oh, does he make the call?
He's going to get a double kill. Watch this. Crims,
One,
so
two.
clean. And now the site's wide open. This is an angle. It's nearly the double. Nico has to clutch it out.
Oh, it's a race for Monster.
He's got the bomb, got the smoke down as well. Crims, the weapon is not the AWP for this, surely. Okay, grabs the AK. We've got a weird 1v1, folks. Potentially being the round that differentiates between playoffs or elimination, and it comes down to one player for either side. Distinct advantage for Nico, despite his low HP. That bomb is his, and he's even thrown a molly on it. At what point, Chad, if you had to guess, can he just run away? Oh, it doesn't even come into it. It's a jewel. And that low HP echoes into Nico's mind. He took the jewel. He perhaps didn't need to. Costs him. And that's 8 for Fnatic on the T side.
Bloody hell.
Come on, got real dicey there for a moment. So Crims completely bowed them out of that situation with this push.
2v4.
Yeah, and just unawares that it was even a possibility was Cadian, and for good reason, right? You're not expecting that type of play to come through every day of the week, finishing off just there. And now it's Heroic in the last round of the first half with a cobbled together buy. We've got UMP, Deagles, MP9, and Cadian back on that Alligator once more, the auto shotgun for those of you playing and listening on the wireless. Ollie with Rush. Doing his AM broadcast, I think
There
it is.
he is.
I've got some really uncomfortable facts for you guys I'll be sowing throughout the next half.
Uncomfortable?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple examples.
Let's give you a little dash.
Wasps can remember people's faces. And the average person forms 400 friendships, but only 33 last. So just we'll start with those. Plenty more where that
surprised at
came
the
from.
Friends one, but I really don't like the Wasp one. I don't know what it says about me. Mate, sad and lonely really does ring true. And that horrible shotgun did it last time, not today.
Minus 99. Cadian's raging.
He's checking. He's not happy. He's called that he's 1 HP. He's going to have to clarify that's
He's
actually
open,
real.
yeah.
You can see the speed on the T's, though. They know that, and they are pressing that issue now.
Yeah, I mean, Borup catching Flusher on the rotate's something, but into the site, pre-fire in the corners, they're calling it clear. This is going to be a nightmare to overcome for Heroic. I mean, where does it come from? I guess Tessis' AK on this flank. If he can nullify the toilets position, if him and his partner in crime, Borup, can make it so the afterplant can't be played from here comfortably, there's something. Baited in by Borup, gets the first. Is he anticipating a second around the back? There's even 2 of them.
Oh,
He's so exposed to them. It's all hinging on Tessis, and he's not even considered it. That's the frag that potentially wins them this round.
Nicely done, wasn't it? Composed. 9-6. I don't know how to feel yet. We know who picked this map. It was Fnatic, but there was life in Heroic.
Up, 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 1,000 miles of luck. Don't look down, we made it. Feet far off the pavement, and we go up, up, up. 1,000 miles of luck. We stay understated. Pressure feels amazing. Just the dust, just the sand. Just the motion of your hands. Travel like lands. It's just enough, oh yeah. Just for you, just a man. Just an ocean in the wind. We ain't gotta make plans. Fair enough, it's fair enough, oh yeah. Always you and me, tryna be weightless. Like we're the 2 surviving pieces of something. Always you and me, tryna be weightless. And I know it feels like a light years in the making. Up, 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 1,000 miles of luck. Don't look down, we made it. Feet far off the pavement, and we go up, up, up. 1,000 miles of luck. wanna we stay understated. Pressure feels amazing. Just the dust, just the sand, just the motion of your hand. Travel like land, just your hype man. Just a one, just a believer. I don't care, I see ya loading up my mind. Place me on the side, fair enough, oh yeah. Always you and me, trying to be weightless. Like we're the two, surviving pieces of something. Always you and me, trying to be weightless, yeah. And I know it feels like light years.
We're back 9-6 here at ESL 1 Cologne online between Fnatic and Heroic. One of these teams continues to live and the other will fall. It's as simple as that. One map down, Heroic claimed it, and now we're in Fnatic territory.
Well, Lauren, you're back with us, so we've been rolling back the years, and I figure I may as well throw some cliches of old back in there. Heroic, the pistol round right now, extremely important. If they can convert this one, this game's on like Donkey Kong. Even rolled it back to the bloody, what was it on?
The cabinets.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm afraid I was just the post-arcade era. For me, they was already kind of dusty and full of smelly people when I arrived. Not the passionate gamer kids that it used to have.
I don't think any of us are really in the arcade era.
I don't know, Chad keeps saying he's old.
Oh, he's not that old. He likes to ham it up for sympathy reasons and to not stay relevant with current culture.
Yeah. Right, well, I'm glad we got that all ironed out. We can get into
Live
the
for everybody.
strike.
All right.
Told you it was therapy, didn't you, Chad?
Yeah.
Sorry, I like your Street Sharks t-shirt. I went back and watched some of it recently.
Good.
Really didn't understand the storyline back then, just looked at the cool sharks.
Yeah.
Same with Biker Mice from Mars, very different to what I remember. This is a weird round from the tees.
They've got themselves
Here we go.
smokes, 2 flashes, get Borup set up for the plant. JW's got a smoke of his own design. Now he can disappear in that, or even jump on top of that. He's gone. Should be in the plant on Optimus. Maybe even a safer plant. Okay, so Borup with Cadian's position has opted to plant there. Makes sense. Rotate into bank from Golden. Tassus, head on a swivel. Grimm's tucking in. Is he the only one from behind? He is. 3 of the 4.
Hurt, I think.
On the way in. And Cadian's little off-angle jiggled as well. Spotted by Stown. This is flawless. I think it might stay that way.
Oh
It's only flusher.
Beautiful.
Low. Oh, go on.
Spotted.
Go on. The taste. Oh, okay. Okay, Tessus just goes up 5 points in my player chart just because he tried to knife flusher.
I like it, I like it. Showing some
good.
tenacity right there. Hey, hey, Green, you with us?
Green.
Hello?
How frustrating is it when they're taking duels at the same time in 3
I tell
different
you what,
parts
it's
of the
pretty
map?
annoying. If only Crim just walks out and dies, and then I can just go back to the site and have a great time. But no.
No?
Write an angry email, Rush. That's how I deal with
I
things
will,
these days.
don't worry. Straight to the boys.
Sam Matthews. Hi, Rushley123456 here.
You may have heard me recently on my radio broadcast.
I want to do a podcast with Rush.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What
we
do
just
you
have to
talk
fly
about?
him out to the Lanshan.
Yeah, he's going to be the 4th member. All right, well, it is the force buy from Fnatic here. Scout in the hands of JW. Can tag up and do a lot of damage, but Heroic seem to be doing their best Fnatic cosplay, going over towards Long very, very early. Gets down over towards the backyard of B. He's just dealing with any pushes there, and then Nico, he's sweeping late, making sure they're out any flanks, and the tag will go awry there. JW doesn't hit the shot.
Sorry, it made me jump.
You're really invested sometimes, and it's quite adorable.
It's really embarrassing. Oh, he's flubbed it.
He can go again.
This is a cool flash. I do.
Oh!
Okay, so that's not a cool flash. The idea
What's
was
the
cool.
intention there?
You throw it on the side of the APC. It's a really surprising angle for the guys on long. I saw Dennis do it first.
Kind of hard to turn away from because you can't see it being thrown until it
Precisely.
pops.
Yeah, exactly. But that somehow was really difficult for JW. Unfortunately, no ramifications. Nothing to get too upset about. I'm sure
Ooh.
someone will.
Heroic really need to hope that the CTs don't push up and go for long info here. They've rotated 4 players over towards the top of the A site, and now there's only just 1, and that's Flusher towards B. He's dropped his smoke. He's going to play in it up close and personal, and by the time that starts to clear, we're going to have roughly 25 seconds left on the clock. So Crims is back over now. They need to get a move on.
Yeah, and Flusher, if he can just get himself into a tight corner.
Oh!
How does he find that frag? Long range, make it mid-range, does get one. And they're all stacked into the right places. 18 seconds. This can go a whole lot better for Fnatic. In trouble. Tessus does deal with it nicely. And now poor old Brolin, he's the last on the chopping block. But my goodness, that was the finest of margins. Everyone winning their individual duel. So credit to be given, but scary stuff.
I mean, do we all remember Fnatic with CZs? I remember you telling me they're kind of viable, Tech9s are viable. These guys were like the Cheese Kings.
Yeah,
They'd find anything dirty and be like, let me just get the best at this for a while.
They used to be Fnatic, then they were Fanatics with a Z at the end. They've tried them all, a rebrand for every sidearm of choice, but at this point, it is just going to be Stacknade's Fountain. This is my kind of call. You're on the pistols, throw some HEs at them, grab an AK, you're gaming. Bang! Okay, now we're cooking. Tessus will grab a couple of those shrapnel shards, and ahead of the molly, Brolin's done well there, can get traded. I love it. They've done a lot with a little here, Lauren.
That is always impressive to see someone able to do that. But a sight take on the other side. The T's are going to try and make the best of a bad scenario. Yes, that rifle is still in play. Oh, down.
Knife
It's a disaster. Goodbye. Don't try and knife flusher, because look what happens.
Well, there's real trouble now.
Yeah, I mean, Cadian's legit in trouble. He's in jeopardy. They've got AKs coming for him. They're double peeking him. Flusher's got the AK, Cadian. Oh, he solved the mystery. Fnatic were going for it, and it was enough. It was enough. They don't have kits. He's just got to survive now, and Cadian is going to be found by Crims, but he hasn't really got the time. It's planted for Borup. He's safe. And that is a spectacular round from both squads. I mean, I'll give credit to Cadian for stopping that getting out of control, but credit to Fnatic for getting it there. Let's see how that started. So the first nade slows him down. He can't really escape. Flusher does Flusher things and actually gets a full $1,500 injected into his account. Cadian saves the day, though. That long-range UMP, had he not found it, could very well be talking about the 10th round for Fnatic there.
That could have been, crazy dangerous. I think they need to be counting their lucky stars that they were able to convert that one, all things considered. But that knife is going to facilitate a little bit of extra cash. JW will have that AWP. And they're not actually going for anything early towards A. You can see this, the CTs have already dropped back, both playing through long. So the rotation over towards B, if the hit comes in now, will be very, very far away. Did Crims catch him?
I don't think so.
They might not clear this.
The walk, how many are going short? Borup will surely get this frag now into the site. Golden, he's only going to get the one, and Heroic, they just fill the feed. There's only two of them left. We're still just barely beginning this round, but it looks like it's Tessus who wants to end it. He wants the double digits first. Heroic sees the lead with a one-map advantage already. Fnatic, they're going to have 6 opportunities here to stop Heroic from the run and the elimination here in the lower bracket of ESL 1 Cologne.
So one thing to note here as this second half does progress, Brolin, aggressive A-long plays is something that has bailed Fnatic out in the past. He can almost hold that part of the map by himself, and something that Heroic will need to negate if they want to get this done in 2. So look out for that. Look out for how the ebbs and flows of that side of the map go. But this early was clearly just a target attack on that B bomb site, and it was very, very clean. They've kept 4 alive, better than what they did in the previous. And they've been able to scavenge the AWP and make sure that it's in the hands of the T side. So you can see this shot right here. That's the robot aim that we're talking about, right? These little...
It makes sense now.
Yeah.
You don't normally win that fight. I'm not used to seeing that fight go that way.
Crims potentially had a double right there. So the frustration that you're seeing, it's due. It is definitely due.
Sense.
He made a massive play there to be able to stop that. And if he had had one frag, he completely unravels that attack. Everybody can just focus on Monster. You can see here the sandwich comes in. And now the eco, Lauren.
I was a little worried that nade might have given it away because the way it bounced, maybe they caught it, but no one seemed to even looking towards that direction. And you're right. Pistols galore. We do have the saved rifle. Brolin still got that, but all other indicators should highlight this. And looking at Tessus, he has a good enough read. There's that triple nade coming in. Clears it out. And it's just a straight up stack. And they should feel this out pretty soon. There has been nothing thrown back towards B here.
You're about to see the power of a default because of Tessus's patience, as they call B clear, Tessus will surely keep himself poised. Yeah, exactly. He'll be able to completely and totally pinpoint where the stack and where the funny business has been going. It looks like Fnatic have been so patient that it doesn't even get caught out. They will continue.
I mean, I guess they still have to clear, like, the water side of B.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean? Like, that's it, really? And even then, they're being very cautious, considering. But you said these guys are meticulous, right?
I'm not sure exactly if Fnatic will go for this, or they'll just go for exits to see if they can grab some guns. As you can see here on the right-hand side of your screen, ladies and gentlemen, the money is going to be in a place where Fnatic can buy in the next round. So they maybe are just trying to stop Heroic from getting extra cash, from finding the kills, take guns away themselves. Nico sees the barrel. We'll take Flusher out of the equation here. JW's turn to step up to the plate.
Like that little molly, just to slow it down, buy a bit of time. And Nico's making him work for it. Again, this is against pistols. You got to feel, normally, pound for pound, he's probably right there. But if you've got the util, why not do it? Make him work for that meal, which he certainly is.
Okay, well, bit of a stalemate here. You keep what you've got, we'll keep what we've got. Crim's trying his luck there. Tessus will punish him once more. Tessus has 20 kills. Is that, did I see that right?
He's been popping. I don't know if it's 20.
It is. Him and Nico, 38 frags.
Tessus is a real revelation in this team because coming in, I would have been expecting the likes of Stown to be the star. Obviously, Nico and Tessus are the two more recent additions to join Borup and Cadian. And it's Nico and Tessus who are the ones leading the charge here. 107 ADR for Nico, 18 kills to his name. Tessus with 20 frags and 91 points of ADR. So, they are getting a lot done here today, and we might have to start worrying about Fnatic if they don't convert this round right here. Round number 21.
Switch it up. You gotta hope this one sticks and you don't lose them, otherwise you're feeling a little worse for wear.
Oh,
and they just caught that nade.
They flashed for the door open. They did, and now
Hell.
it's very well calculated. I'm really enjoying the Counter-Strike Heroic are playing right now.
Oh, Borup just naded himself.
That was a CT nade, I think.
I don't think so. I'm pretty
Trail
sure.
looked blue. Watch your back. I'll bet you.
I think it was an underhand one.
I'll bet you a bit.
It was both nades. He naded himself and the CT's
Ah.
naded.
Both right.
Okay.
That was always the catch-all for my mother. You're both right, move on.
But someone who's mostly right here is the T so far until this. Crim stands tall on the site and stops it being so easy, but look where that bomb is. It ain't over here. It's heading all the way back round towards the other bomb side, over towards A, but it's kind of reset the pace. They have to clear everything on the way.
You certainly do. Now, and with Cadian on that AWP, he is going to be their way in. Tessus, if you're really going for a long walk on that bomb, bang on.
Careful.
You just let that contact start from toilets, and that seems to be the case because Cadian and Nico are walking up. Barrel will be visible shortly. 29 seconds.
Cadian has a smoke and a flash here. This can work.
Here they come. Smoke to play around. Tessus needs to be cautious here because JW's playing it to perfection around the smoke, but he just sprays wildly. And a great angle found by Nico. They're looking spot on for another round here. 12. And it's running away with it. This is Heroic essentially not stopping since the pistol of this half.
Wow.
You know, like heads-up fights? They're so clean on this. Like, I watch them and they have like everything. They've got those great flashes at the start, nice utility, lovely rotations, but then they also have Tessus like ripping off heads.
Yeah, and it seems to be doing it, you know, with a bottle of water and a clean desktop, which is a nice good sign.
Smiley face.
Have a nice day.
Like, honestly, he should bind that to his keyboard. Like, that would, like, he just bangs you out on site, have a nice day, smiley face, just spams it.
Yeah.
Hydrate everybody. Nico's reminding you, make sure you're getting your water. Okay, you need to get 2 liters a day. If you can do a little bit more than that, that's not too bad either. But make sure you're keeping yourself hydrated. It makes a big difference.
It does.
You do feel very different if you've had enough liquid.
And it's actually quite hard to focus on your focus if you're not able to focus. So just make sure you're hydrated so that you can focus on how much you focus. Does that make sense?
It doesn't, but
Joke aside, I do want to talk about the fact that JW underhanding that smoke on site. The presence of mind, and so many tier 1 players fall into the trap of there's a smoke and it's a wall.
Yep.
And so just seeing Tessus's cognition of there could be a CT in that. He is fast. He does miss his chance. Does he escape? No one to contest, and he's out. So that's a huge win for Fnatic. The fact that he's not only gone for the fight, sure he hasn't converted it, but you don't lose your AWP in connector. He's not lost in limbo. It's down, aggressing. They're on the SMGs here, so there is some sacrifices in the Fnatic roster that could be exploited.
I feel like there's going to be a bit of feeling out from Heroic in a round like this. And remember, when they were versing G2 on Mirage, this is about the point of where they started to fumble.
True.
So let's see if they can maintain that focus you were talking about and close the door on Fnatic on their map pick and get this done 2-0.
Was ever a discussed point of potentially choking maps and what have you? Again, this was what, DreamHack conversations a while ago.
What's Tessus doing with just a Glock?
Having a sick day.
I guess he dropped a gun and forgot to buy. I've had that happen to me a couple of times.
And,
Yeah.
That's a lot of money to be just chilling with, but I guess he can just pick up a gun that's dropped. It's alright. He'll work it. He used to take Rollins.
Take Brolans. I like that plan. That's confidence. And with just the Glock, perhaps it would have been a whole lot easier. Thankfully, it doesn't spiral. Imagine, just imagine, had long been lost. It's not. And the game is on. Covers a smoke. That's going to be the 4th for the T side. So they've got plenty to play with. But with 20 seconds, they don't have seconds to play with. I'm getting nervous here. Flusher, he knows what he's got to do. Fight them actively. They're taking the bomb elsewhere. Nico, a great shot with the pre-fire.
They have time?
10, just about, if they all rotate off, and they have. Look at that, it's wide open. This is
Right.
ratty as hell. My goodness, straight from the sewers, heroic. Get themselves a bomb plant, forcing the rotate. Nico's frag has enabled all of this to happen.
I don't know what just happened.
Oh my god, this round is chaos, Lauren.
There's no kit.
Raise him in the flames. No kit, Chad's bang on. This is a good start from Cadian. JW burnt down to 2. This is madness.
I think they have to save.
They can't get back in. Unless there's no kit. JW's 2 HP.
Woo. Yeah, okay, no
Fine.
kit, you're right. He hasn't got that chance unless he just wall-banged him right there, right then. And so he'll take the tag. He won't get the frag. And it does look like he's
He'll go down with the
destined
bomb.
for a body bag.
Oh, jeez, I thought he was far enough away there in the corner, but that's the loss of the AWP. Because that was a force buy from Fnatic here, nobody on the team has enough to buy. So this is the Tessa situation, seeing if he could get back to buy an AK in time. Unfortunately, not the case.
Shot. What did he do to him? Oh, it looked much more ridiculous on my POV. That's great from J-Dubs, but it was, of course, all in vain. And that was insane. Heroic. What a call.
It's very important that they didn't lose that round. Imagine if they lost because Tessas didn't get a kill. He even had the assist there on Brolin towards Long. And because he didn't have a rifle, they're lucky they're able to convert that. And look at this, backs against the wall. Half buy coming out from Fnatic here. A shotgun in play from JW. This is vintage.
Yeah, watch this be the round they pull across the line, Lauren. You ready for some Nova action?
I mean, we've already seen the auto. Why not show me the rollback? I guess not today. Nico's not having it. He don't want this. I was trying to think of the rat from the Ninja Turtles, and it's Splinter.
Splinter, yes.
Yeah.
I was going to try and make something happen with it. Didn't really come into time, but
Not to be confused with Shredder, his arch nemesis.
he was cool. I thought Shredder was a cool one, but he always made bad choices, and it really annoyed me. I always want the villain to win.
Yeah, bad guys make bad choices. It's a shame.
I know. And sometimes, historically, Fnatic were the bad guys. People love to hate them. But my God, were they damn good during their heydays. The highs were almost untouchable. I think, you know, the reign they had, even at Cologne. I mean, I remember, we all remember the Virtus Pro having to walk out on the stage, old Taz being very gracious. But today, it's a different Fnatic. It's a different era. And right now, they are struggling here. Dead in the water, Brolin, outnumbered, outgunned, and outplayed. Overwhelmed towards A. Fnatic trying to claw something back with these Deagles, trying to make something happen. And almost no damage done.
Yeah, they're looking really nonchalant at times here, Heroic. Like this is a team that's drills and its homework is starting to really pay dividends. Crims, however, with 1. It is only 1. And 2 rounds away from eliminating Fnatic as a stepping stone to playoffs. That is something to be proud of for Heroic. But Chad, you raised a really good point. Last time we saw Heroic with this kind of opportunity, it started to slip away in that 3rd map on Mirage. Crims out of his chair. Definitely starting to feel the frustration. King of Kings, Crims has fallen. And taking a look at the scoreboard as well. You can see that he's currently riding a reasonable 16 frags. 5 kills separating top from bottom from Fnatic, so no real standout one way or the other. Down, he's just holding the W in pursuit of the same. Look at him, he's in the sight. He is found by Flusher, and a second as well. Cadian following suit. They want to commit to this. Tessus in trouble, and Flusher, he's pulling some magic out of the hat. It's Nico to silence him, but there's so many more around this site. Is he ready for that? No. Crims does get the bomb loose and puts Cadian into a dire situation.
I don't think you can ignore those barrels. Whether the molly missed, whether nades weren't there, whatever it was, it didn't work out. And now, as said, 1v3, surrounded on most fronts. He's going to need something pretty spectacular to dig any sort of avenue in. He's sitting on 10K. He's fine for dollar bills. Heroic's got it all. But does he want to give it up?
So he's going to be playing the long game here. I think Golden did catch the sound cue. As you can see him suddenly have a bit of a new lease of freedom.
So taking this space is huge. As soon as he clears this, the other two individuals on the team can actually rotate back towards the A bomb site. They're stuck where they are right now, but Golden can give the signal. JW's on the move. Crim should be any moment. Just making sure he hasn't snuck through the backlines and he's been spotted.
There it is.
Oh, man. No, this is perfect if he actually catches...
If he goes down connector now...
Yeah. I don't think he's... I mean, obviously, we're sitting here with hindsight and X-ray, so we can kind of sit there and get excited about the potential. But with 20 seconds left, it seems like Cadian, knowing his plan was foiled, has opted for Underpass. Golden's played this to the perfection, though, because he's just not giving him the fight should he find it. And
no time now.
He'll just go ahead and get the kill. He could... Had Golden overextended, had Golden gone for that look a little earlier, but very well calculated by in-game leader Golden. Puts double digits on the board for Fnatic, and I can't believe I'm saying this, that is the first Fnatic round of this second half.
Yeah, it has been few
What?
and far between, hasn't it?
Didn't that just feel like a bit of a weird error on site take, though? Why did they ignore barrels? I know
Well,
it was flashed, but
yeah, I was
mean, you
watching
got
it
to clear,
back.
right?
I was watching it back to see if there was meant to be a Molotov, if it was misthrown. No, I think they were just having faith in the flashes to keep that player completely blind. Flusher did look down, so he maybe found a good timing. So you have to look to him there for being the reason they could get through. But look at this buy on the side of things for Fnatic. It's still not fantastic. They don't have everything they need. A UMP in the hands of Flusher here. Serviceable for the man. But if Heroic... they don't keep this one interesting, you need to be getting at least 3 frags to keep that money low. Fnatic can start building back into this. This B hits everything.
Flusher's got a great incendiary down. It's going to burn the toes of 2. Down in, but low. I wonder if he can get the bomb down. Crims can't contest. Have they got nades? No, they do not. That bomb should be in trouble. He's going to get flushed out appropriately by Golden and Flusher.
Still 2 of them, though. And if they find this one pick, it really does open things up. And they're almost negating the player on site. Looking towards ABC, they find Golden. But now, Cadian needs to work out where these players are. That's one he needed a clean second.
Oh, I thought there was a world where JW wasn't going to have enough bullets. He was peppering him with a USP. All good. Cadian finding the long-range Tech 9.
But they hit that number I was talking about, right? Make sure you're killing at least 3 or 4 players every single round, because once again, the buy isn't going to be fantastic. Flusher did a great job there. That damage he did to Stown, well, we saw what it meant. And here it is. Tap, 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 away she goes. Cadian does drop there, but a costly round. So they get another crack at it. Now it's an MP9 and a UMP. The buy's getting worse and worse. They need
Look what they've
3
done
kills
here,
once
Chad.
again.
You're going to love this. They got 10K in the bank and they're going 3 Mac 10s into B. That is a change of pace, and that could have ramifications. Flusher, he wasn't ready. He pulls the pin. Golden solves the problem. 4-4. Crims is blind in the smoke. He doesn't know what's going on, and neither do I. Tessus cleans up 2. Finally found by J-Dubs, but damage inflicted, weapons upgraded. Bomb not planted yet. Stown has a smoke, and that bomb is down thanks to Borup.
It's not yet. Crims finally shows his hand. It doesn't come up roses this time. Borup now unleashed on the site. A little bit more freedom. Boost, maybe? Yes. Brolin's going to be up and over in a second, maybe. Crims can play up short, the double stack towards water. Cadian's way in the open. Okay, 2 players remain.
Oh, they're going to get isolated here. Borup needs to actually have some mad frags. Oh, and that's a perfect start. Just the AWPer finds his head, taking his time. Don't want to give him the frags. Down, desperately takes his hands off the keyboard. Just don't peek, don't peek. It's all he's saying. JW trying to get the double peek. Won't have it. Will have to back away. And Heroic. I can't believe they made that call. They are in pursuit of him. JW trying to keep hold of his big green. To the right, he's gone. Just a Glock in his hands towards Banky pivot.
Might have him.
Might have it. Oh, and that's the loss of the AWP. They got 3K, they got peanuts, and they got 12 grand in the bank. Heroic, you said they had to maintain, Chad. That's fantastic.
That pressure, what they've applied, that Mac 10 rush onto the B site. Some people might look at it as madness when they could have all bought into AKs, but look at the space. Look at what they take away here, and then Borup stays poised in the pit right here. That's a massive frag. JW with the AWP has to find 2. Impossible, and the AWP's taken away. So right now, Fnatic, CZs, shotguns. It's the best they've got.
This is their tournament life. This is it. This was on their map, and suddenly they're looking at 15 rounds against them, and they're left in tatters of a purchase. This has got to be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, we heard the interview. Fnatic have been working on their mental game. Well, there's no bigger test of their mental game than on elimination point with only a smattering of sidearms and shotguns. See if they can maintain composure and, well, mechanically pull this off as well. Let's not forget it's an individual game. And they've certainly got the advantage here, Heroic. They've got to keep their hands steady. Long control. Makes sense against the weak buy. This is what we saw them up against the Deagles and Scouts. The same choice. Util will be lined up. Down the lurk. Roland the threat.
Quite like Flush's position, even though he is low here.
Oh, wow.
This Crims is here, Molly's coming, here we go. Tessa's going to lead the way. He has enough for the shot. Crims still lives, but for how long? That reload can take a lifetime. Back up and ready to go, a 4v4.
Oh, and they've done it. It's just JW looking to save the day for Fnatic. Upgrades to the AK. That's certainly a weapon for the job. Bomb yet to be planted. Looks like that's going to be courtesy of Cadian. And there we have it, folks. Fnatic eliminated in 2.